What's up, everybody? Welcome. And today we're going to do the old Atlas grip install on a not Atlas pistol. Now, Atlas has videos themselves doing this, but you probably watched that just like I did and thought the same thing. Like, well, you're Adam Nielsen. You're the grand poobah of wide body 1911s. Like, of course it's going to look easy for you. So we're going to give this a try today on an old school STI DVC Limited. This one's in 40. All right, so this one's kind of special. Hashtag not my gun. I helped my buddy buy this grip and kind of contingent on letting me install it for him so I could do this for you guys. So not my gun. I actually got it in pieces, which is the first red flag of any gunsmithing project. But a known source. He's an engineer, so I'm sure he loves trains. And we're gonna knock this out. Sorry, buddy. But I essentially have all the legacy STI parts on this side of the camera and all of the new Atlas parts over here. I have pre-assembled the mag catch and I have pre-assembled the mainspring housing because that's your first litmus test if you should even attempt this project. If you can't figure that out, seek help. We're gonna give this bad chicken a go. So I think the first thing we wanted to do is to fit this trigger in here. It comes with a trigger bow, and a customer had a Atlas trigger shoe already. So we're gonna rough that bad dog in there. Just like this. It's upside down for sure. Come on now. There we go. I test fit some of this stuff just originally to see if I could get this all to go together in one take. But I haven't done this yet. I really just made sure that I wasn't signing myself up for a disaster. These little bushings go inside. They have a flat spot that goes up against the frame. That's how we keep them from spinning. Kind of a trick to get them in there. Screw. All right, and we're going to use some high strength but removable Loctite, because grip screws are something that don't come off very often, nor is this a Loctite I use very often. There we go. All right, Loctite on the screw. And we're using a 1/8 Allen key here on a giant T-handle because that's what I have. And it's handy sometimes. And that will suck that bushing right in there. There we go. And the other side. All right, trigger moves freely. Now we're going to stick the mag catch in there. This is all metal on metal, and this is all virgin metal on metal, so go ahead, put some lubricant on there. Oh, come on now. There we go. That was harder than it had to be. And the other one is this bushing up here, the screw in the front here. So again, dab of the please don't come out ever Loctite. Size of wrench I forgot to pre-stage, which I'll tighten later. Are we gonna? Yeah, we're gonna do it. As my friend Aaron Hayes says, a persuader. And get that guy in there. That's way too big. All right. And that is putting the grip on. All right, from here, it's just assembling a 2011. All right, so this is just, just some STI DVC Limited of unknown age, and it's got an Atlas grip on it. Now we're gonna try and assemble the rest of this. If you're watching this part, this didn't go too horrible. Otherwise, we'll cut it off and spare you. But the rest of this is just assembling a detail stripped 1911 like any other. Trick Uncle Adam showed me was putting his finger in here. Let's stack this here. Essentially, we're just putting the sear in, and it's not cooperating. I have big truck driver hands, so I usually use finesse tools to get it in there. Go, baby, go. There it is. Then OE, then STI, now staccato pin. All right. Hammer. And this is when we learned that we did not get the trigger in there correctly. Trigger goes in, line it up with the big hole in the front. Now we're gonna start putting the rest of this together. First time I've ever had this beaver tail in here, so hopefully this sets in here nicely. That's one of those parts on a 1911 you can't always assume is going to be a drop-in part. With the Atlas, it's supposed to be, so I would assume it's fairly well done. I'm gonna put the tri-leaf in here. This wasn't my gun, so I assume that it was tuned decent enough. But I try to start the mainspring housing in here so it holds that spring in place. I leave the hammer up so I don't have to fight the mainspring to get it installed. And then that lays in there like that. This comes up here like that. The last little bit is the spring. You get an Atlas mainspring pin. Little persuader action. Oh yeah. All right. So now we can cock the hammer. Put the detent in here. And now the thumb safety. Thumb safety is going to hold in the beaver tail. On these guns, you want to make sure that you get the ambi safety in before you wrestle with the main safety there. Otherwise, you're just going to have to take it out again. Ask me how I know. I'm going to use my 10-8 tool that Hilton hooked me up with. And try to wiggle that bad dog in there. I have shot many of these across the basement. Usually when it's not my gun, the odds of it happening go up substantially. But you're going to try and find something to hold that thing down so that you can wiggle just like that. So now we have thumb safety in there. And that is a fully assembled lower. So now we just put the upper on here. With and just like that, we have an Atlas grip installed. No fitting required on this one, just went right on there. Currently the mag well that my friend wants is not in stock, so we're waiting on that. But once we have a mag well, this thing will be good to go. So there you are. If you're not that great at gunsmithing, you can totally do it. I could fully fit my own thumb safety. I don't touch my own triggers. So judge your skill on that. Between this video and the Atlas videos, hope that gives you all the information you need to hopefully install your new Atlas Gunworks 1911 grip. See you guys next time.